Hello and welcome to another episode. So, I've been getting inspirations for opportunities as it relates to the metaverse, right? And I just want to share that with you today. On the basic needs of human, basically, on the Maslow's hierarchy of need triangle, we have food, we have clothing, we have shelter, right? But I'll be adding fashion or status materials to that. By status materials, I mean cars, um, fancy houses, fancy restaurants, and all those things. They are related to food, shelter, and all that, but let's just put those ones in a subcategory, right? So, those are the things I want to talk about in relation to the metaverse. So there's been a lot of buzz, and we are basically witnessing another level of technological advancement. It's been a long time coming, and it's been amazing to see all the benefits and all that technology has helped us achieve from when it's fully bloomed, right? And coming forward, it's been an amazing ride with major side effects, but nevertheless, it's been good. We thank God for it. So, coming to this place where we are now and what we are, some parts of the world are already witnessing in terms of the metaverse, I just want to share these opportunities, like I said, and it's in relation to the things that I already mentioned. So, let me just dive into it. Everybody in the physical world, food is important. We have restaurants, we have um because we just have places that we go to eat or we make our foods by ourselves. We go to markets to buy the ingredients and we make our food ourselves. We have clothes, we shop online or we go to buy these clothes or we ask somebody to sew for us and all of those things. We have the bespoke and we have the ready made, right? Then we also have shelter. We have our homes, whether it's apartment, there are a lot of different versions of shelters. We have condos, we have flats, we have bungalows, we have duplexes, we have mansions, we have skyscrapers, we have story buildings. Where am I going with this? In the metaverse, I've gotten wind of it that people are already buying digital real estate, right? And I think it was before I heard about that or so that I actually got an inspiration for cars and houses in the metaverse or in the digital world, the world you're about to go into, or the world that we are currently or slowly easing into, right? So in the if people can already buy um real estate, digital real estate, it didn't make sense to me when the idea came that okay, why don't we have people who are already working towards creating their own companies and their own brands for the digital space, right? And then I started getting the news of the MTN buying their real estate, yeah, buying some plots of land in the metaverse. And then it started making sense to me, right? So I just want to share this idea now. You should start looking for, if you're interested, it's not a must because not everything's for everyone, right? But as long as we are humans and that digital platform is being made for humans to come and interact and to also have a form of their daily lives in it as well, then we can as well say that the things that we're using in our physical world would also translate into that digital space. And there needs to be a company or companies or people or brands or businesses that will cater to those needs. So imagine I'm in the metaverse and I want to have a meeting with a friend or something, and I'm somebody who wants to show class, I want to show status, or I just even want to hang out. I just want a lovely ambience in the metaverse. What restaurant am I going to go to in the metaverse? Do we have restaurants in the metaverse? Who is creating the restaurants in the metaverse? And even if they are already will I call it pre-installed features for restaurants, is it possible that we can actually customize our own restaurants, like the restaurants we want to go to? Would people have the opportunity to go to restaurants of their own choosing and not just the available options or maybe the drop down or something on your dashboard? I don't know how it works. Please don't laugh at me. But I'm explaining it as layman as I can. So I'm pointing out something here, or I'm painting a picture here. I hope you can follow me. if you have the opportunity, or if you have the opportunity, and I don't think you need anybody to give you the permission to do that. I think it's something you can explore and then put it out there and wait, and people can embrace it, or you can even reach out to the metaverse or the developers of the platform and see how you can have a discussion. I don't know. I don't know. I can work, but I'm putting it out there, like I said. So back to what I was saying. So how about a brand? You've probably wanted to own a restaurant in the physical world for the longest time, but you can't afford to go to probably the highbrow areas of Lekki because of this kind of taste and the standard and the style you want for that restaurant in the physical world, because it's going to cost you a lot of money to get space, to actually build, to renovate, and put in all things you want. Here's an opportunity in the digital world. How much is it really going to cost you to design a restaurant that people can actually access in the metaverse? Do you understand where I'm going to? You create your own menu. We won't actually be eating physically, right? But the a similitude of it is a simulation, right? So you can create a restaurant simulation. You can create a menu simulation where you have the most I want to say outrageous, but not necessarily outrageous, but the most creative, artistic, out of this world kind of meals or dishes. Of course, you're not really eating it, but it's just to further boost or part of the experience of the metaverse. I hope you get where I'm going to. It's all digital, so the cost or whatever is not going to be as intensive as if you were actually building it physically. So now that's one for kind of the real estate. I hope you're getting the idea. So you can start your restaurant business in the metaverse with little to nothing, and then you have people visiting the space. So of course you probably have to buy like the real estate in the metaverse, or rent from some people who already bought, or have some kind of partnership or collaboration. But now that's just one aspect. Do you get where I'm going to? That's just one aspect. Restaurants, creating menus, creating the most beautiful scenery, the designing the most beautiful, outstanding, amazing, and impractical. Yes, I said impractical because it's a digital space. Anything is allowed, right? You can decide to have your building hanging in the air. That's how you design it. It's not going to be operating with the law of gravity because it's in the digital world. Do you understand? So those kind of things, now it's a possibility. So that's an opportunity for somebody in the food space. You can have your restaurant there. You can, or your business could be to just create menu and the food, of course, because you're going to serve them in the metaverse, I guess. So you're creating the digital version of meals, and their how they look like inside the plates and how they look like when they are served. Do you understand? Create very beautiful, yummy looking dishes digitally. So that's one. So now just translate all of this into all the other things that we have in our physical world. To the clothing, you can design whatever you want, and then people can buy them from you in the metaverse and wear them in the metaverse to go for meetings, to go for parties. Everything is allowed. Nobody's going to look at you strange if you're wearing something with a wing, or your cloth is suspending you in the air, or it has a rocket pack or something. Like, you can go wild. You can be as imaginative, and you can be as wild and as carefree as you want. So that's it for clothes as well. Or even if it's just a normal brand, it doesn't always have to be otherworldly or on too extra. Even simple clothes, people will be wearing clothes in the metaverse, right? It's probably avatars or something, I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, I think I'm just trying to create an awareness, actually, that people should start looking into these things, to create clothing brands, to create car brands. People might not be able to afford cars in the physical world, right? Because it's expensive to actually buy and maintain cars. But now in this digital space, you don't have to spend any money, right? All you're doing is probably paying to access the I don't know, the future of your car or that business, and then ask somebody to create a digital custom made version car for you, and you drive it in the metaverse, or however it works. Do you understand? My point is, because this is already getting too long, the most basic human needs, right, are going to still be available in the, at least so that to make the experience better, they're still going to be a thing in the metaverse. People are going to want to eat, people are going to have meetings, they need to dress up to go out, people will have houses, people will have cars. You can start working towards creating a digital company, right? A digital company, a digital clothing company, a digital car company, a digital real estate company that create custom made designs, or even ready made designs or bespoke designs of clothings, of clothes, of cars, of meals, of food, of shelter, of anything possible, shoes, accessories, anything that people can now purchase from you to use in the metaverse. Or you have a partnership with however it works with the Meta company or Meta Technologies, and so that you can list your products. So I create custom made card designs that you can put, and once you buy it, maybe it's a plugin or something, once you add it to your device or your dashboard, automatically you can use the car feature, and then whatever car you're driving will appear as the design, the custom made design that you already bought. Like power ups, like how we already do now. You buy clothing, you change the clothing of your um game avatars, right? So that's just all I'm saying. It's time to think future it's time to think futuristically, right? And it's time to have your business, the business that you've always craved to have, right? I believe the time is now. The time is here for you to actually have that business with the least possible capital, right? And you're in, because everything is not, you can do it digitally. You don't have to own a physical boutique, right? You can actually put your products in the metaverse and cater to the digital space. So that's all I want to talk about today. And if you'll be trying it out, then I'm excited for you and I'm cheering for you to actually go ahead and do more research or explore how this can be possible. But I can tell you that if you actually do and you check properly and get your research done, or you find questions, or even discuss it with people who might know better, then you might actually just be creating the biggest digital, maybe Gucci in the nearest future, without literally zero to nothing capital. Just collaborating with somebody who can actually design these things for you digitally with your own name as the brand. So with that, I say, let there be light, and I'll be right back.